Now, if you remember when Snowden leaked the information about the PRISM program and how our information was being collected by Microsoft and a lot of other companies, the companies that were named, the companies involved, issued carefully worded denials saying they had absolutely nothing to do with it as it was depicted in the leaked top secret slides. Yet one of these companies, Yahoo, is fighting to have their name cleared and fighting to get legal due process back in this country. The U.S. government is now going to declassify Yahoo legal documents from FISA, the secret court opinion. Now, if you remember last Friday, I believe, we reported that Yahoo was suing for this information. Now they have won. This from the article from Engadget. It says Yahoo had claimed that it fought against PRISM since 2008. It's now about to land previously secret court documents to prove it. A Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Court, that would be FISA, has ruled that the U.S. Department of Justice must declassify the firm's legal briefs and the court's decision on the search giant's attempts to resist the government's request for user data. As the Daily Dot notes, this is only the second known civilian victory in a FISA Intelligence Surveillance Act, a FISA courtroom, and it follows a win by the EFF just a few days ago. So keep that in perspective. This is only 2 times that they've had their rulings challenged. This is not a legitimate court. This is not a court that conforms to any sort of traditional court. It's not a court that conforms to any kind of constitutional definition of a court. There is no jury. There is no opposition. Merely an appointed judge. There's only 11 of these judges that are appointed. They're appointed by the Supreme Court Chief Justice. Now, when John Roberts came in, he knew nothing about the appointments of these judges. He didn't know anything about the FISA court, according to him. When he briefed the Senate back in June, he told them basically how this worked and how surprised he was to find out that there was something like this, because it's not a real court. It's not anything that's in the Constitution. And yet, John Roberts went ahead and appointed judges. He didn't say anything about it. He didn't blow the whistle on it. It took someone like Snowden to get people aware of this. Now, this has been around for a very long time. It's been around for 33 years. And listen to this statistic. Last year alone, the FISA court heard nearly 1,800 such applications from the U.S. government. Not a single request for surveillance was denied. In its entire 33-year history, the FISA court has rejected only 11 out of 34,000 requests for information. This is basically a secret rubber stamp court. It gives the government anything that they want, and they presume then that they have legal coverage to do whatever they want because they've got this secret court that nobody knows about. We're not even entitled as the public to see these court opinions, even though they maintain that they are modifying our Constitution with these secret decisions. Nothing of the sort is really being happened. They're basically playing a mind game with themselves because this is unlawful, it's unconstitutional, and it's secretive. And that brings us to our quote of the day from James Madison. He says, "Do not separate text from historical background. If you do, you will have perverted and subverted the Constitution, which can only end in a distorted, bastardized form of illegitimate government." Boy, I tell you what, you could not have a better description of the federal government today than what James Madison foresaw. A distorted, bastardized form of illegitimate government.